Titus, I just want to start out by saying congrats on the award that you received last night. I know it's a really big deal for you. Uh, do you want to tell us what that award actually means and where it comes from?
So the Ultimate Warrior obviously is one of the most storied figures and iconic figures in our business. And he suddenly passed away in 2014 after delivering a very impassioned and inspiring speech. And one of the things that he said in his speech was that he would like to, see at some point some people that, are behind the scenes or those that may not be get the recognition they deserve for really being game changers and inspiring individuals. And so, the Warrior Award was developed. The first winner was Connor Mahalik, who was a kid that passed away from cancer. And that was a huge WWE fan. Our chief business officer and chief revenue officer. She has two dual titles, Stephanie McMahon and her husband, Paul Levesque, Triple H, the game. Started a fund up in Pittsburgh at the pediatric hospital in Connor Mahalik's name, a donation of $1 million, I believe it was, to find a cure for cancer. And Connor was the first recipient of the award. And for me, for years, obviously, I've done a lot in the realm of community. Whether it be through WWE community outreach as well as my own community and extended communities around the world, actually. And WWE has given me this platform, this tremendous platform to be able to do essentially what I would do if I wasn't on TV and if I was not a WWE superstar, and things that I've been doing for years. And so to be acknowledged and appreciated and honored in this way truly is a huge honor for me, a very humbling honor, and to be in the Hall of Fame as a Warrior Award winner amongst the greats. I went in, my class went in with some extraordinary names, and the Bella twins, obviously were trailblazers as well for women. And to give me the opportunity to be on that stage and to speak with, our WWE universe, the millions across the globe on Peacock and the WWE network outside of the U.S. was tremendously exciting and a great experience.
Awesome, man. Yeah, you do a lot for the community. What's one of the things that you are more invested in most, would you say, as far as, some of the outreach that you do here in the area?
For the greatest amount of work that I am very passionate about is kids, and being able to provide opportunities for children. Work very closely with the Hillsborough County public school system. Obviously, I adopted Slide Middle Magnet School, similar to what LeBron James did up in Akron, Ohio. I did the same thing here in partnering with the Hillsborough County Public Schools and trying to change the culture in a very underserved community. This is the sixth highest level of zip code for children living in poverty in the state of Florida, in East Tampa. And so I've wrapped my arms around this area, of town. Not only with Slide Middle Magnet School, but Foster Elementary, James Elementary, and Woodson K through 12. But my work extends far beyond, obviously, throughout the district. I work very closely with Metropolitan Ministries and Feeding Tampa Bay to tackle some of the issues that we have with homelessness for teens and homelessness for families, as well as food insecurity. And we actually built out a prosperity center over here on the corner of Sly and 22nd to help some of these families move into self-sufficiency. Started a program with a partnership with Feeding Tampa Bay Fresh Force program. We just had our first group of graduates. These are 12 students that came to school here for 12 weeks. They're adults, learned the craft of culinary, learned the ins and outs, and now they're going to be placed and hired a minimum wage paying job. So, we have a partnership with Suncoast Credit Union that's going to help some of these families alleviate the the issues of transportation, and also show them how to save money. For every $1,000 they save, we'll match it with $2,000. Suncoast will find a car for them, finance the car for them, hold the loan, and continue to help them. Each family will receive their own financial literacy coach throughout that time to kind of help them, and then that'll hopefully branch into some home ownership as well. We're working on affordable housing. Obviously, everybody wants to move to Tampa right now from the West Coast and from New York and everywhere else. So being able to, hopefully help some of these families not get pushed out away from their neighborhoods too far, and be able to stay home and stay in their areas and upgrade some of those places. It's going to be a real treat. I'm invested in a new studio with Diamond View Studios over at View, part of the whole Rhythm of Uptown project that's going on at the University Mall. And that I'm very excited about. We have technology that is the largest technology screen in the world, the largest LED volume in the world. And we'll be able to, we've already had, success with garnering great clients like Disney, and Apple is going to be shooting over there this week, and some of their reshoots of some of their TV shows. We had multiple Super Bowl commercials shot over there. Because of the pandemic, people had to go to an alternate way of shooting high-level commercials, and so we were fortunate enough to be in on that. And then, obviously, I love working with our sports organizations here, the Rays, the Lightning, the Bucks, the Rowdies, and was able to present them with a community champion award yesterday as part of our WWE community caravan that we did, reaching out to 11 nonprofit organizations that were very deserving, sometimes don't get all the credit that they deserve. Smaller organizations that don't necessarily get the funds they deserve. So we were able to, as a company with WWE, provide them with some necessary funds to hopefully make their help their work be more sustainable in the future.
How do you have time to even be in commercials? You are a giving machine, my friend. You do so many great things for this area and beyond. It's just, well, first of all, thank you for everything that you do for everybody here. And I'm sure you're appreciated big time, with them as well. And Titus, we were supposed to get WWE WrestleMania here last year. Okay. That all changed due to COVID. Back this year for 2 nights. What does you're from Tampa, right? Right.
Yeah.
What does WrestleMania mean for this area? How big is this for this area? You know what I mean? Like, what does this mean for all the what is the word? Tampa Baynians? I don't even know that. Tampa Baynians.
Tampa Baynians now. We're called Tampa Baynians now.
Tampa Baynians, yeah.
So what it means for us is once again, we'll be on the world stage. A lot of people don't realize, but WWE WrestleMania is one of the top 5 sporting events in the world, up there with FIFA and the Super Bowl. It's our Super Bowl, and millions and millions of people have a chance to not only stream it and watch it, but for those that are in town, yes, it's going to be just like Super Bowl. You won't have all the experiences that we would normally have, but we'll still draw eyes on our city, and we'll still have people coming in from our city all over that were able to get in. Obviously, limited capacity at 25,000. Normally, we break attendance records everywhere we go. And I don't think that would have been an issue here at all, considering the history here in Tampa of wrestling and famous superstars kind of cutting their teeth here. The Rock lived here for a period of time. His dad, who recently passed away, lived right here as well. Dusty Rhodes, Steve Kern, Hulk Hogan. The list goes on and on of so many people that had the opportunity to be here and kind of grow with Tampa. And so for us, it's our first time being in front of a live crowd in over a year. And the energy is going to be electric. The superstars are going to be on a whole nother level of high. And the show, it's 2 nights, so that's the beauty I think that a lot of people are not understanding. Last year was 2 nights, but it was in front of nobody. And and I hosted last year, and it was awkward hosting with nobody in the arena. This year, it's in front of people, and we have a new partnership with Peacock TV, which will be able to help stream this to over 33 million people in the United States, and then obviously on the WWE network overseas. We'll have our overseas crowd be able to experience 2 nights of, I mean, just dynamite action and history making. I mean, it's the first time that an African-American WWE champion is fighting in the main event of WrestleMania. First time a Black woman who won the Royal Rumble is fighting for a championship. 2 Black women fighting for a championship on the card in WrestleMania. When it comes to representation, you know, I've sent a text message to every last one of the talents on the roster, but across the board, you know, this is change and this is hope, you know, for anybody out there that is looking to become a WWE superstar that may have thought maybe because of my race or maybe my background that this is not for me. This show, these 2 nights, will definitely hopefully change that mindset, because I am extremely proud of where we've come as a company, as an industry, as a business, and to be a part of it. And it's sort of orchestrated as the host of WrestleMania 37, one of the most iconic figures in wrestling, in the wrestling industry, and Hulk Hogan, and the person that actually is responsible for putting WrestleMania on the map. It is a very full circle moment for our company, I feel like, at this moment, especially coming out of COVID. We're the only organization that did not stop producing television. When you think about it, there was a stoppage in the NBA, there was a stoppage in Major League Baseball, there was a stoppage in the NFL. There were no stoppages with us. We continued to produce live content every single week for 52 weeks through the pandemic. That's hats off to every producer, every superstar, every person, and obviously the fans that kept tuning in and wanting something to, you know, be the antidote to their hard times and take them away from their realities of not being able to go out, having curfews, and not being able to enjoy things with their family outside of the home. This is a moment that all 25,000 that can pack in there have been waiting for, because some of them haven't had a chance to go to a Lightning game, some of them haven't had a chance to go to a Raptor game, and this is their first live event experience too.
Very cool. Yeah, a lot of history making. Well, I didn't even know that about the main events. That's amazing. Yeah. I was huge into wrestling. I wish I had time to run in there. I have wrestling boots from when Dr. Death Steve Williams, I don't know if you remember him. Yes, he was my trainer.
Yeah. Oh, wow.
I still got
That's
those
crazy.
boots. Isn't it crazy?
Yeah, man.
I'm trying to find a way to wear them on the air, because you can't wear long pants. You got it, because the thing goes all the way up to your neck almost.
Yeah. Yeah.
But yeah, I got to pull them back out, man, sometime. That's really good stuff to hear. You were mentioning Peacock and the WWE Network. Back in the day when I used to watch WrestleMania, when we could afford it, when I was younger, you used to have to order it on pay-per-view. But tell me about this Peacock approach. I do have Peacock. Do you have to spend any extra money to get it, or do you just have to subscribe to Peacock?
No, I believe if you already subscribe to Peacock, you'll be able to get WWE Network. It's the premium. If you have the premium subscription, you get everything anyway.
Right. There's a lot of content on there.
Yeah, and to your point, when we were younger, you had to order it on pay-per-view. I don't think people understand that if it wasn't for Vince McMahon and WWE, the pay-per-view model would not be what it was and what it is today. The very first closed circuit television shows were WWE events that turned into pay-per-view, which was the model for the pay-per-view model, for the pay-per-view live events structure.
Wow, that's amazing.
Yeah.
Man, I remember my parents, they were like, we can't afford it this year. I was heartbroken. But that's cool that it's on Peacock now. I noticed that they have a lot of WWE content. They have a lot of past WrestleMania matches, a lot of Raw, SmackDown, how WCW incorporated themselves with, at that time, WWF, and a lot of documentaries on Peacock right now. So that's really cool that they've expanded. You know, that's
Right.
really neat. Another really big deal, you're co-hosting again with Hulk Hogan. Can you give us kind of a picture of what that will look like?
Honestly, I have no clue because I haven't seen anything in regards to what we're doing Saturday and Sunday.
Okay, fair enough.
I know who's competing. I know, you know, what nights they're competing on, but as far as what me and Hulk will be doing and when and how, we'll find that out here in the next day or so.
How does it feel to be co-hosting with the Hulk?
It's like I said, it's a huge honor for both of us to be doing something in our home city and being able to, you know, pioneer and usher 2 nights of unbelievable action with our WWE fans in attendance and those that are watching live on Peacock as well as WWE Network outside of the U.S.
Awesome, man. Is there anything else you want to add?
No, man, I'm just thankful for everybody who has continued to watch our product, to support me individually, to support all of us as WWE superstars through the years, and hopefully those that are in attendance will definitely walk away from there wowed, and those that are watching live on Peacock that they will be able to say, you know what, that was pretty awesome. You know, we love to hear this awesome, champs, and if they can cheer that at their homes and cheer that in the stadium, we'll all be happy because we want to send the people home happy.
Awesome. I will be there Saturday, rooting for whoever's going to be performing. All right, Titus, thank you so much, man. I know you probably got a commercial to do. I'm just playing. But
actually, I do, but yeah.
Yeah, I bet you do, man.